Welcome back everybody, thank you for joining me on another video. Right now I am touring the Western United States. I'm going to be visiting a lot of national parks. Right now I am at the Rocky Mountains National Park. For those of you interested, it's $30 for a day pass to get into this park. Alternatively, you can get a year pass, an annual pass for this park, which will cost you $70. But there is a National Parks Pass for the United States that costs $80, and that allows you to visit all of the national parks in the United States. So we've actually picked up one of those because that's going to help us throughout the next 5 weeks as we're visiting all of these cool national parks. But just check this out, what a view. Opening on the 26th of January 1915 and covering over 265,000 acres, Rocky Mountain National Park is absolutely beautiful. Our first objective was to drive up the Trail Ridge Road to the Alpine Visitor Center. I can say without a doubt the roads that you're driving on in this park have got some absolutely spectacular views. We just pulled over on the side of the road here, but check out the mountains behind me. Stunning! The Alpine Visitor Center is a great place to stop. There is a cafe nearby, but they also have this small museum with displays and information that helps you learn all about the park's different animals and mountains. You also get to check out these amazing views. The terrain and vegetation in the USA is vastly different to Australia, so I was absolutely loving everything about this place. After you have checked out the museum and gift shop, you can also take a walk up the Alpine Ridge Trail. Growing up in Perth, Western Australia, I was really familiar with hiking in coastal areas at sea level, so hiking at altitude was a new experience for me, and this was a really easy way for me to summit a 12,000 foot high peak and keep acclimatizing to hiking at altitude in preparation for some pretty cool hikes I had planned later in the holiday. After 30 minutes or so checking out the sights at the top of the mountain, it was time to head back to the car and make our way towards the Hidden Valley. So right now I'm hiking on the Hidden Valley Nature Trail, and it's absolutely stunning. You can see it's heading up through the pine trees, up through the back there. They've also got these cool picnic tables set up throughout this trail, or next to this trail. What an amazing place to stop and have a picnic while you're on your little hike. Fantastic. This trail was absolutely beautiful, with crystal clear streams flowing right next to the main hiking trail. After walking about 100 meters from the car park, we practically had this whole area to ourselves, only bumping into a couple of other people out on the hike. I feel like I'm in the Revenant right now, except without the snow and the bears. So good. We've walked about 1 kilometre from the car. It's absolutely beautiful. I love all these pine trees. Just take a look at these trees here behind the camera right now. I don't know what kind of pine trees they are. I'd like to work out the actual variety of pine tree. These are beautiful. I'd love to get some in the backyard. But it absolutely smells fantastic out here. Tell you what, I'm glad I did several sessions at the gym on the Stairmaster. It's really helped to strengthen up my legs. Doesn't do much to help with the altitude, but my legs are doing just fine. After hiking about 2 miles away from the car, we saw a storm starting to roll in, so we decided to start heading back. My brother had a jam-packed schedule planned for me so I could see as much of America as possible, so we only spent one day in Rocky Mountain National Park. Another thing you might want to consider when visiting a national park like this is that weather conditions can change quite quickly. When we entered the park this morning, it was a crystal clear blue sky, and now there's a massive storm rolling in, so you need to make sure you've got a few different articles of clothing so you can make changes if you need to. Another thing as well, temperatures can change in the park quite significantly. When we entered the park, at the lower point of the park, it was about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but when we got up into the mountains, it was about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So in summertime, yeah, you might want to wear a short sleeve shirt, but as you get higher up into the mountains, then you might want to wear a longer sleeve shirt, like the one I'm wearing right now. I was just mentioning about the storm that was coming in, and here it is, the rain has started to fall. But we're not going to leave the park just yet. We've actually decided to go and check out the Old Fall River Road. This actually is just a one-way road, and it is a dirt track, so be mindful of that if you are deciding to come up here and check out the views. It is quite a interesting road. I actually prefer this to some of the sealed roads that we've been on already today. It's quite picturesque. But it is only one way, and this takes you back up to the visitor centre. But once you start, you can't go back. As I said, it is just one way. So one reason why you might want to check out the Old Falls River Road is to come and see this absolutely stunning waterfall. Beautiful. I actually thought the storm was really cool because it added a new dynamic layer to the landscape. It was really cool seeing the rain coming down through the mountains and seeing the low-lying clouds as well. Right now I'm on the side of the road next to this spectacular mountain. There's actually another waterfall making its way down the side of that mountain. Check it out. Absolutely stunning drive. This is really worth checking out, and there are actually tour groups that come up here in these four-wheel drive Jeeps. So if you're worried about bringing your car up here, you don't think it'd be able to do it, then you can jump on board with one of the private tour companies and they will happily bring you up here. And as I said, it's really worth it. This is amazing. Just found a moose standing on the side of the road. That's awesome. Now we're back up the top of the mountain. We're back into the snow again. And visibility is quite poor. But coming up this road was the best thing we did all day, I think. It was a brilliant drive, and we got to see a moose, which I'm pretty excited about. Coming to America and seeing unique wildlife was something I wanted to check off my bucket list. Still want to see a bison while I'm here. I'm pretty sure we'll have an opportunity to see some bison when we go to Yellowstone. But yeah, absolutely awesome experience. Got to see that fantastic waterfall, and we're heading back up to the top of the mountain now, where there's a visitors center and gift shop, and I might duck in there and grab some souvenirs. I really enjoyed visiting Rocky Mountain National Park. It was absolutely beautiful. I love seeing all the freshwater streams and waterfalls. The smell as we were walking through Hidden Valley, the pine plantation and forest were absolutely wonderful. And I only just scratched the surface of this amazing national park. There was so much more further to the south that I just didn't have time to explore, like a whole bunch of lakes and mountain ranges. But what I did see was absolutely amazing, and I would highly recommend anybody that visits America, check out Rocky Mountain National Park. Now it's time for me to head to the Grand Tetons National Park. I'll see you all when I get there. Well, that's it from me. Enjoy life, have a great time, and life's short, so go have yourself an adventure.